At the edge of the earth, before you jump, before you curse, the world you come from. When the sky is dark and as empty of stars, and the edge of a blade could end who you are. If you could look down, then you got more room to fall. If you could look down, then you haven't hit the bottom at all. If you could look down, then you got more room to fall.
All right, Christina, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us and talk with us. I love your account, these crazy athleticism that these pugs have, and I got to know a little bit more about them. So, how long have you been into pugs, there, Christina?
Oh gosh, about 13 years.
Okay.
When I left police work. Okay. Hey girl, tourist, come, leave it. Come.
They're like, we don't,
Let's leave it.
we don't like that strange man's voice. We don't want him
They
around.
can't hear it. I don't know what they're barking on. Here's Miss Peony.
Yeah, okay. I was saying Peony, so it's
Yeah, it's
Peony.
Peony.
Peony,
Yep.
got it.
Yeah, but of course, like every good pug owner, we have like 10 million little nicknames. So her name's Popo.
Got it.
And then Petunia, we call her Tuna or Tuna Fish.
Now, that is funny.
Yeah,
That is funny.
yeah.
You call her tuna. That's the people are gonna be like, why? She smell bad or something? What's going on with her?
Well, her breath is bad. I can't say anything about that.
I know. I got to give a lot of dental chews to mine, and I try to brush. It just doesn't work for me. And I see some of these accounts where they're like brushing their dog's teeth, brushing a pug's teeth, and it's just like, I don't even know how you guys get to that point. They have the patience of an angel because I can't get that done no matter what. And will help me if they try to do nail trimming. Oh my God, that is like hell just broken loose, you know?
Well, I tell you, my girls are pretty good at it. I wouldn't say that they love it, but they definitely like, okay, just do it. Let's get it over with so we can get on with the good stuff.
Nice,
And,
right on. Go ahead.
and of course, treats are always involved.
Oh,
So
don't say that word. They're gonna start. Is that a magic word for them?
that is a magic word. They do recognize that word, but I said it real quick, so I'm hoping they didn't hear
Oh, good. It slid right under the radar
it.
then.
Slip right
Yeah,
under the
good.
radar.
Good, because we've had a lot of interviews where people just spout off those keywords, and all of a sudden the dogs are going crazy. Pugs are
Crazy, I
jumping
know.
up everywhere and just hyperventilating and salivating all over themselves for it, and then you just got to give it up to them. It's too
I hear
funny.
ya.
Which ones? Now, how did you get started with these dancing routines with them? And which one was first to
So,
kind of get
well,
started with them?
let me say this. I started with a client's dog of mine, and that's how I fell in love with pugs because police dogs are not typically pugs. So,
If you're looking for
so
snacks in the pantry, they can help you.
right, they
So,
can help you with that, yes, or a treat left in a pocket.
that's correct.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's not against the law, so they're good. Um, but but I started with Felix. He was a client's dog, and when I retired from police work, what do? I trained police dogs, so I didn't really want to train when I left. So I went to do pet sitting, and so one of my clients got the most adorable 10-week puppy, of course a pug, and I soon became very bored with just walking them because I'm a doer. I'm a type A, triple type A personality, if you can't tell. And
Right.
so I started training this pug, and then I got back into training. And so when I got back into training, I found
So
that
you just
people
couldn't
are,
leave your roots. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, pretty much, yes.
Okay,
I hate to
gotcha.
say it, but yes, I tried as much as I tried, I didn't leave it. So it just became it's such a habit and second nature to me that I just started doing it with all my clients' dogs. And so I started with this pug, and
So
I fell
wait,
in love with. Go ahead.
wait, just take me back. So were you after retirement? You were having a dog sitting
Yes,
service? Is that it?
I was doing pet
Okay,
sitting. Yep.
gotcha. That's what you were doing to kind of just to kind of buy up your time and be back with dogs and stuff. Not really training them, but then of course the pug took you there.
The pug just took me there. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened, and how it became a pug is that, like, sometimes God just has a plan. right?
Right.
So,
I get that.
so yeah. So I started training him, and we ended up doing Walt Disney. He did a little performance work, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
The first
the
pug?
very first one, Felix, and he wasn't
Felix.
mine. Yeah, and he wasn't mine. Um, so, but the owners were busy professionals, didn't do anything with them. They had the same thought process that everybody else has, as the pug is the couch potato icon,
Right.
right? And so they didn't do much with them. They expected to come at the end of the day after their busy days and sit and watch a movie. And he was full of energy. He needed to do
Right.
something. So I started training, and they let me compete with him. And I got into training. So then here I am training, right? And then what I found was most pet owners were like, wait, you were a police canine? Oh, not for my Fifi. No. Right?
Right. They feel there's some sort of like aggression that they'll create or something, right?
Yeah. Or we're doing
We
something horrible to police dogs, which just isn't true.
right.
But people have that thought process. So, and they also have the process that a thought process that certain breeds can't do certain things, and
That
that's simply
right. Absolutely.
right, simply not true. So I picked him to really hone in on those skills to show people that not only can other breeds, of course, I can take a lab and a German Shepherd and a Malinois and do wonderful things, right? A Border Collie, but to be honest, I needed to show that other breeds can do it. And by the way, I'm a good trainer, and I don't do, because you can't do what people think you do to police dogs to a pug and get anything out of them, right?
Right.
So that's why I picked him. And so we end up becoming co-owners of Felix.
Oh
And
wow.
we end up doing a bunch of on-set work, Disney being one of them. And we had a lot of fun. We did some live performances, very little stuff because I wasn't really into it then. So as Felix got older,
How did you get involved with Disney though in regards to that having them
yeah,
do those tricks?
it's funny. Actually, I started with a program called Do More with Your Dog. So
Okay.
it was part of training. It was part of getting focused with the dog. It was a lot of fun, right? It's cool. They push a shopping cart,
Oh yeah. Seen that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of props, tricks.
Right.
So I started with that. I think it's a wonderful program. It's a great place to start to really learn how to do tricks, and you just up the challenge and the ante
Sure.
as you go to become more difficult. And that's how I started. I love that program. I recommend it to everybody. So if you want to get started, that's a great place to start. So I kind of did that with Felix, and Felix became, because most people back then didn't do a lot with their pugs. So we did stunt work. So he actually was the only pug titled, or the very first pug titled, all the way to grand champion as a stunt pug.
Wow. No way. What year was this?
Oh gosh, it was Tridex. So I'm gonna say, I'm guessing here, so don't hold me to it, crowd. 2016, 2017.
Christina,
And
somebody wanted you to recommend the name of the program again.
do
Lane Andon.
DoMoreWithYourDog.com.
DoMoreWithYourDog.com.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
And Kira Sundance, she has a book out. You can do it by book, or you can do it by online programs, or you can find a local trainer in your area. I'm one of them. You can do it by video if your dog is reactive or nervous about coming out. So any dog can do it. Any
Okay.
dog can do it, regardless of the problems.
Do they have an Instagram account too?
I'm sure they do. Yeah,
So
absolutely. I know they have,
do more with your dog.com.
Yep.
Okay, we'll have to check it out to
Check
see
it
what
out.
else they got going on in there. Yeah, absolutely. So this is 2016 that you were doing these types of events with Felix?
Yeah. 2015, 16. I titled him in American Kennel Club Rally Obedience, which was unheard of back then. I literally had a judge one time. I walked in the rings with Felix, and they said, "If you can do this, I'm giving you 30 extra points." Because they were that in disbelief. And let me be honest with that. I didn't get the 30 extra points because Felix decided, although he took a German Shepherd amount of poop that morning, he gets in the ring and decided after 4 or 5 perfect signs that, oh, wait a minute, I might have to do number 2
Oh, that's a pug.
right here.
That's a pug.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which,
Absolutely.
by the way, is a disqualification. So.
Not if you speak pug. If you speak pug, you know these things.
Yeah, absolutely,
You get a
absolutely.
50-50 chance on that. So, if it happens, it actually is a bonus. So, hey, there you go.
Yep,
That's cool. So, was any of that stunt work in any movies or commercials and stuff?
for Felix, no. I mean, he did commercials. He was the Five Below Christmas icon when they first released their dog clothing line and beds and things like that back in 2019, I believe. He
Uh-huh.
was on the National Chewy commercial, Christmas commercial,
Oh, okay.
with another famous dog, Beasley from the Joy Crew.
Okay.
They did something together, that commercial together. So he had some big national commercials. He had that episodic show with Disney. And he had some fun little other things that he did. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But anyway, he got to the age where he just was starting to go, I'm getting older. I just want to hang
Right.
around.
Right. He's
Right?
like, I did my time. I'm ready to retire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pass the
So,
torch to somebody else. So at that time,
right.
is that when you picked up one of your first pugs? Did you get them at the same time?
No, I got Petunia. Felix was probably 6, going on 7, and I noticed he was starting to wane a little bit.
Sure.
So in his drive, and he just really, and I'm all about that. Like, you tell me what you want to do.
Right.
So I got Petunia. Petunia was my first only owned pug as a female, and it was so funny that it was the first time I picked out a pug. And she was the one in the litter, like one of the pugs would get on the wobble board and she would come across the pin and knock him off the wobble board. So I would have my friends go, I said, watch this live. They just put a live feed on the puppies when they're active so everybody can see.
Yeah.
And I said, guess which one's mine? And wasn't too hard.
Wasn't too hard to spot that one out of the crowd.
Right.
Okay, so I have something kind of similar, but it's not as cool as that. Louis really didn't have a tail that bent. He kind of had a straight tail. And then at the very top, it kind of curled over. So in a crowd of all the other pugs, I could spot him out. Not as cool as a rambunctious pug doing backflips and stuff. But, it's still like a flag in the desert on a, like a sand buggy or something.
It's awesome. I think they're all awesome, regardless of what they do.
The pugs are great. They're just, they're awesome. I know that you probably get a lot of probably a lot of hate from, oh my God, pugs can't do that. Pugs are so, they're supposed to be like gentle, fragile little things, and they're still dogs. They're still dogs. Mine run around the backyard, mine chase rabbits, my dude, everything dogs do, they're still dogs. They're not little, like you said earlier, little foo-foo dogs that just sit on the couch all day. They want to be dogs too. And they get out there and they do stuff. I mean, it's crazy out there because there's a lot of pugs that I have seen that have been doing a lot of athletics. Surf Gidget is one of them. I don't know if you follow Surf Gidget, the pug.
Yes, of course. Of course I do.
She's so great, Alicia's so great. And Gidget, she's phenomenal on the surfboard. It's just like people just lose their absolute mind when they see a pug doing something that's not laying there sitting on the couch and just farting and pooping.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, my girls, especially Petunia, ask every day to go to, I can't even say the word. I have to say WORK. Because if I say that word, it's the same as TREAT. Right? Because it equals the same thing for her.
Yeah, the same enjoyment and pleasure for her.
Or she'll be jumping across the screen.
Right.
And
that's what's funny. They don't understand that some of these things bring absolute joy and pleasure to them. If the pug doesn't like it, the pug will not do it.
Amen, brother.
Amen. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just how it is. If he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it. Plain and simple. If he figures out that, hey, you know what, I kind of like it, he's going to do it a little bit more and a little bit more, and then they're going to get good at it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they actually love to work. They love to please. We all know that about them.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually love to work. Now, the drawback can be if you feed them too much and they're overweight, then they're not going to want to do those things because it doesn't feel good. Or if you don't
Right.
embark on a good conditioning program, that's important also.
Right.
Um, to condition your dog to do those things. You just don't want to throw them into it and hope for the best. You'll flip them over and hope for the best.
Yeah, like tossing them into the pool. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, he's gonna either sink or swim.
yeah.
One of the two is gonna
Because
happen. So,
I can tell you they won't like it and they won't ever want to do it again when you fight to the end.
absolutely. Now, Petunia,
Mm-hmm.
Petunia. So she started doing a lot of the tricks, right? So you started to get her acclimated into the program and started getting a lot of her tricks going. Now she's the one that we mostly see like running around, running on the ball and balancing and things like that. Okay,
Yep.
and then the younger one is Peony, and is she just now starting to get up there,
Right.
or you know?
So she just turned 15 months.
Okay,
So
so she's
I'm
very
always really
young.
yep. So I'm concerned with growth plates and stuff like that. So nothing high impact. Anything I do is low to the ground. And by the way, I don't do anything that's more than couch height. And
Yeah.
so I know everybody's pug gets on the couch and then jumps off.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't tell me that. Exactly.
Right. Right. You
Yeah.
might see me with Petunia up on my feet, but when she comes down, she doesn't jump off from there. She jumps to my shins and
Right.
then comes down to my body, then off. So she
Right.
almost has steps to come down. So Peony, 15 months is about the time, somewhere in that neighborhood that her growth plates are becoming fully grown and solid. So now I can start to incorporate some high impact things. So you might notice I did a video where she jumps from the ground up into my arms and then she flips down onto the ground.
Yeah.
As she flips, I place her on the ground. So her to
Right.
fall to the ground.
Right.
So a lot of things can look dynamic, but in reality, they're not. They're no different than you placing them on the ground.
Right, absolutely. But the way it goes off, it definitely would trigger a lot of people's senses and
Yeah.
stuff, like, oh my
Yeah.
God. But that's part of the thrill, but the dog is not hurt.
No.
That's part of the thrill of the trick, but the dog is not hurt as you see the dog is being placed on the ground. So I mean it's not I get it, I get it. So now how long has Petunia been doing active in this?
So the moment she walked in my door, I started that night with high five, right? And
Right.
and spin. So I started training her from the moment she walked in the door that day.
Right.
And so we worked through the paces of Do More With Your Dog and all the title levels. And then I got into doing some doggy dancing, if you will, or freestyle, we like to call it. And really
I've seen a lot of those, yeah.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. And so,
has she done any salsa dancing?
well, no, she's
Not that I am a salsa dancer. I'm just saying, I
she
just,
tends to
you know.
pop a little bit more. I don't know.
Well, they all have their own choice of what they
Right,
like, right. So
right.
it's all
Everybody
good.
does. Yeah. Yep.
Right
But
on.
I started her I started training her probably about 6 months on the walking handstand,
Oh,
but
wow.
it took a year to develop that.
Okay.
So for her to walk in the walking handstand, and then I really
Now, she's
increased
not
it
one of
as
those
we go.
pugs that do the walking handstand pee, though, right?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I see
But
that a lot. I don't even know how those pugs even start doing that. I mean, it's just insane to me.
it
But they're
really is
all different,
funny.
though, right? They're all
They
different.
are.
So,
It's
yeah.
funny. She'll eat a treat like that sometimes, though. Instead of laying in the chair with the treat, she's doing a handstand, propped up with her. Like every once in a while, she touches the back of the chair as she eats her whimsy. So yeah. So I don't know. But
Who's this? Something high deep. Deepak. I'm sorry, my eyes are really bad. Deepak official. We worked so well with Petunia. She's super pug for sure. I
yeah,
guess this must be somebody you worked with.
yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. We really do enjoy some of the like we
Has Petunia been
it's
in
like
done any events, any commercials,
oh,
like
oh my
Felix?
yes, actually she's done a lot.
Really?
So she went viral on Night Live. Yes,
Wow, no way.
yes. So if
Oh,
you're
I'm gonna have.
if you
I will actually. I'm gonna. Do you have that clip on your Instagram?
no, I don't actually. I don't think I do. If you YouTube Dog Court, Saturday Night Live Dog Court.
Okay.
It's
Dog
a
court.
spoof. Yep. So it's kind of a spoof on Judge Judy,
Oh,
right?
okay.
But only the cases are about the dogs that do bad things in the dog parks. And so
No, I do have to watch that one.
it's really cute. And actually, the reason why it didn't all go as it was supposed to go and how they scripted it goes to show you that live TV, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And Petunia was about 7 or 8 months, I think. And she when I handed her to Cicely, I'm trying to think what her last name was on that show. She just recently left Saturday Night Live. Great, she was so wonderful.
Okay.
Anyway, I handed her off right in the middle of the live show, and Petunia just went crazy, crawling all over, like you see her crawl around. And Cicely's glasses were like cockeyed on her face, and she's known for not breaking character and laughing. She's known for that. She completely broke character and just could barely.
She's like, there's a pug running around on my neck. I don't know if it's gonna poop or fart on me, but I'm not gonna get this off of me.
So
I don't know what to do.
It was so funny. It was so funny. So
that's hilarious.
Yep. So she's done two feature films.
Wow.
She did one with the Joy Crew again. And it was called The Junkyard Dogs. It's a great family kid movie, kind of like Home Alone, but with dogs. So it's really cute.
Oh, yeah, movie. Okay. It sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up again.
She was on that one, and she was also on a Bollywood film. Interestingly enough, and it was called Shiv Shastri Balboa. So it's about an older gentleman who was obsessed with Rocky Balboa, right?
Okay, right.
And he comes from India to the United States where his son lives and his wife and kids who are westernized. And he doesn't know anything about picking up poop at the house. So he's charged with kind of taking care of the grandkids and getting them to school, and he learns about bullies, and then he also learns about the family dog, and he doesn't like the family dog, which is Petunia, and he goes on it's a long story, but they go on some adventures, and it's not Petunia in the film, it's a little boy dog, but anyway, it stows away and surprises him and goes, I'm on the adventure with you, I ran away with you. And so he's got to take the dog with him everywhere he goes, and his ultimate goal is to get to the Rocky Steps in Philadelphia.
Okay, I'm a Philly, yeah.
So, really good movie. It's half English, half Hindi, but there are subtitles. But really, I saw it in the theater. To see your pug on the big screen in a movie theater is so surreal.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh, do you have any upcoming gigs in some movies or commercials?
Not doing
coming
any
up?
Movies. She's pretty frequent on BarkBox, so you may see her on BarkBox ads and commercials. She is the brand icon for Cortland Living, which is luxury apartments all over the United States.
Okay.
So she is their brand icon. So there's little stuffies, and she's in all these commercials. And
my God.
She's on billboards. She's on the side of coffee trucks and buses.
And all kinds of stuff. I'm really going to have to study your face now, so that way when I see, because every time I know all pug owners do this, they're like, I wonder whose pug that is. I wonder what pug that is. We're looking at, you're looking at a billboard, or you're looking at a movie ad, or whatever, and you're just like, or commercial, or even a Netflix video. You're just like, I wonder whose pug that is. Are we able to see any tricks right now?
Ooh, let me try to back it up and see.
Ooh,
I gotta put my vest on.
Back that up.
Yep. And I tell you, I have to put my vest on because everybody knows who has pugs about the nails. So they will tear you up.
My daughter's learning that right now. She's 11. She's like, every time they jump on me, they're like, it hurt.
I had a feeling you were going to ask, so I was prepared.
Why would I not ask? I mean, this is like insane stuff. It blows my mind that she like walks around your shoulders and stuff. It's like spider pug.
It really is fun too. I have to tell you, all those stunts, people go, oh, that's a lot of work. Oh, it's so fun.
I mean, yeah, I can't imagine how much time it takes to get them going on that stuff. But yeah, that's super awesome. Right.
I'm going to back everybody up and see if I can get in this picture
Waffles! There's another Waffles. Ooh, I love Waffles the Puggy. I'm going to have to check you out, Waffles the Puggy. You're one of my favorite foods.
All right, let me move.
All right, guys, here we go.
Here you go, Come, ready? Up. Around. Good. Around.
Oh my
Good.
God.
Around. Good. Ready? Come back up. Back up. Here you go. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back. Good. Up. Good job. Up around. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Oh,
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna try to make it bigger here. Let's see if everybody can see it bigger. I don't know if it happened. Oh my God! You got like she's like a parrot. She's like a parrot on your shoulder. Look at her jumping off the parkour. She's like, "Yeah, give me treats. I ain't doing that." She's like,
how's
I'm
that?
not." That was awesome. I loved it. She started barking. She's like, "I'm not doing it anymore until you give me treats."
Actually, no, she's barking because she's excited.
Oh,
So things are
okay,
moving,
right on.
and she gets mad at Peony because you notice Peony's like, I'm in the middle of this. Let me do something.
Yeah, right, right,
She's
exactly.
like,
That's
get
so
away!
good.
It's my treats. It's what I'm doing.
Oh my God, Christina, thank you so much for taking the time. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm a huge fan of the account. They are just super fun. I just love seeing all the athleticism. It gives me hope to get my butt off the couch, you know. So,
Well, everybody get off the couch and do something, even if it's low impact. You can do weaves. You can. No, that's enough. Yes, thank you.
she's all
You
like,
can
"I'm just
do
trying to
weaves.
motivate him. Get
I'm
his
just
fat butt
trying to
off the
get the
couch."
work here, and I see you have that treat in your hand. Um,
For sure, for sure.
Everybody
The-
can do some weaves. Everybody can do low impact fun stuff. Get out there and have some fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Christina.